Hi, this is Dr. Jenny, and I want to get you off to a good start in your first assignment. I'm in the MyFinance Lab right now, and I've selected the Multimedia Library. In fact, what I did is I went up here and I selected all the things available, clicked the Find Now, and then what you'll see here is a list of the resources that go with each chapter. So for example, Chapter 1 has a PowerPoint and a video on Introduction to Finance. What's really important is down here for Chapter 3, you'll see that you have your PowerPoint, but you also have the Chapter 3 study problem spreadsheet. And what's great about these is these are pre-filled with some formulas, so it helps you actually complete the problems. Now I've taken it a step further, and I'm going to go here to the introduction so you can see what I'm talking about. I have taken all the homework assignments that come in Unit 1, and I've created a spreadsheet and compiled both the spreadsheets that I created and the spreadsheets that came with in that media library we just saw a minute ago. So for example, what you see here is where the tabs down here where they're blue, and I can click through these. These are problem templates that were from that Chapter 3. If I had downloaded that, this is what they would look like. And what's really nice is that if you go here and look as an example, they've already put the formula in here so that you'll be able to get the answers. Now these problems aren't necessarily assigned, but what's really nice is that you can use these to kind of give you examples and realize that you can work through those problems to understand it a little better. Now if I go back to the introduction, this actually shows you all of the problems that are in your MyFinance Lab for Unit 1. And what I want you to notice is that over here where it says 312 similar to, that means that the problem will be similar to what you see in your textbook. In other words, it's going to line up with problem 312. And so that kind of gives you an idea. If you see the word static, it will be exactly like the problem that you have in your textbook. So the best way to approach this is to work through problems in the textbook along with what I've given you here for help, and then go to the actual homework problem, and you'll basically then have some experience in solving that problem. Now I want you to notice that the yellow tabs means that I have created a video for you in YouTube, and essentially I post those YouTube links in your course, and so that way it'll help you work through them when you actually go into 312, the problem. That's on your MyFinance Lab. So I'm going to click on this tab here, and you'll see that I've already worked up the balance sheet. And all I did is I filled out this balance sheet without any of the numbers in it, and I based it on what I saw on page 54 in the textbook. And then what I've done is just started filling out the information, grabbing it on the right for the problem and placing it in the cell here. And just so you know, one of the things you have to do here, because you see the little questions down here for the retained earnings, is that you have to do a plug number. So all you have to do is subtract the total liabilities from the total assets, and total liabilities and owner's equity from the total assets, and you'll come up with your plug number that you need for retained earnings. You'll notice now my balance sheet balances, if I click on both of these, you see that they do balance. And I also went down here and did my income statement. I didn't add a title to it, but you can see I just pulled those numbers in from over here. There's the sales number, and just pulled it in and worked it through it. I added the additional information, but we didn't have to do that with the problem. And then if you go to A, it says how much is the firm's net working capital. Well, just look up the working capital formula, and we're just taking current assets from current liabilities. So in this formula that I have here, I just took my current assets minus my current liabilities, which was actually this supposed to be up there. I'm going to move it. Like it very well, but basically I have my total current liabilities, and then it asks you to respond on what kind of condition. And I've given you some ideas here. If I were asked to assess Belmont's financial position, I would say the following things. Now, when you're in MyFinance Lab, it's going to have specific questions. You won't be able to write a narrative like this, but this will kind of give you an idea of how you might look at this problem. And remember, you'll be getting this solution in your Unit 1 help. You'll find the spreadsheet in there. Essentially what you can do is you can use this template then to plug the numbers in and answer the questions in the MyFinance Lab. Now I want to go notice one other thing when you get into the into this. I'm going to go down here to the assignment manager so you can kind of see what we have here. And basically I'm going to click on edit so you can kind of see this. But if I go into this homework manager, you're going to notice that well, I'll just click OK there. I've gone through some steps so that you can work through these problems. I will show you the dynamic study module questions if you want to try that. You actually will have an ability to try some of the work more than once, and you have to be careful to notice. For example, it'll tell you, to round it to the nearest dollar, and you have to be careful because if you don't do that, they'll count the answer wrong, and that is so frustrating. I know it is. So I just want you to realize that. If you look, there's no questions down here that are horribly hard, but what this is showing here in the bottom with the little bar charts is if that question, how difficult it is, and then you'll actually see there the times and things that this is required. So this takes a while to work through it, but keep in mind this is building the foundation of what you need for actually solving the cases. And so hopefully this will help you get off to a good start, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video on Unit 1.